Have you noticed no matter what you've done, yoga, meditation, any means that you're currently employing or have employed in the past, you are still not quite in a neutral gear when things on the outside happen to us. So we're still unable to regulate our emotions when we get stressed. When the stresses present themselves to us, we still get a little swept. However, the amount of time we would have probably given to this and how we would have reacted or responded to our stresses has changed. So it's not that nothing has come of every effort that you have put in so far, but perhaps things are not moving as fast as you want them to. Perhaps you feel you've been stuck in this sort of awakening conundrum for longer than you'd like. Perhaps you feel that your life was interrupted and disrupted and you just basically want to be able to get on with it, but know what is going to be the modality through which you operate in this life. Not only our modality, but how do we present this new version of ourselves? So the question is not how. Here, we've got to go with the tide. We've got to go with everything that is happening. On some days, you'll feel so pooped. Go with it. And you might find that those days that you're feeling pooped, some appointments might automatically get cancelled. Space will be made. Somehow you will get the space when it is needed the most for you to be able to integrate new energies. It will happen. You see, one thing that gets in the way is thousands of years, not just this lifetime, thousands of years of mechanisms that have been used in order for us to regulate ourselves, in order for us to create our realities, what our relationship is with God or quantum field or field of consciousness with source. There is so much happening. So imagine that we've waited thousands of years and this change is finally happening, right? Now that thousands of years and even the amount of time it's taken us in an awakening is not really a factor, because by the time that you sit in an awakened state, time will vanish. You will have a realization of this yourself, as opposed to hear me saying this or someone else saying this, that time is non-linear. In fact, it is. It doesn't actually exist. It exists as long as we exist in our awareness of the physical body, and therefore the past, present, and future will continue to exist. When you get to a certain point in your awakened state, you start to bend reality. You start to quantum jump. You start to be able to see through other dimensions, for you to be able to cross to other places, fly to other places, and fetch exactly what you want to experience. This literally happens at a very heightened state, but even when you are coming up to this, you will already find that you are doing things. Things are falling into place. Little things have already fallen into place. You can notice synchronicity by now, and everything else will. Simply let go of the hold that you have of linear time, and that there should be time scales within which you want to see that you're awakened. You want to see that you're doing this, that if so and so can do it, why can't I? If so and so has gotten this far, why haven't I? Right? Again, it's that comparator. Again, it's that demon, right? I call the comparator demon because it doesn't let you sleep. It doesn't let you get far or even far into yourself, because we're busy looking at what's someone else doing, how are they doing it, right? Stop doing that. One is, forget about time, forget about the others, focus on your growth, focus on your growth, and keep listening in to everything that is going through you right now. It is a very tender time. It's a tender moment or a tender experience that we are having to be going through this profound awakening. Now, you'll find that you may have had years of practice of yoga, years of meditation, years of doing so many things. Even the most refined yogis, even the most um, ascended ones of us, you will still be bound by certain karma. You will still be bound by certain frameworks, right? We want to get beyond that, and we want to get to a point when we can live in that state of boundlessness, so that there is fluidity in every conversation, there's fluidity all around us. Our life is just flowing. And what that means is, it doesn't necessarily mean that situations won't present themselves to you, but that your own fluidity, your own flexibility won't insist on things being a certain way. And your reactions won't kick in. You will know how to manage day to day stresses, so much so that stresses lose their importance, they lose their value, and they're no longer stresses. So, what was and what, you know, had the potential of really derailing us, it doesn't. It does not, and it loses its efficiency. And one last thing, as we are meditating, as we go through these experiences, we have these physical sensations. So we feel like, when you're meditating, you might start swaying like this, or you might feel these tingly sensations and everything. Please do not get attached to these sensations, because you will have days when you feel nothing. So if you're not having them, it doesn't mean that you're not doing things right, because there's no right or wrong way of doing things. You just follow your intuition and it will tell you. As long as what you're following isn't born of a limitation or a fear, you know that you're headed in the right direction. And the only algorithm for all of you out there, teachers, healers, that is important is your spiritual algorithm, your vibe. And that'll bring whoever needs you to shine some light into their lives. And you will know exactly how you're going to do it when you encounter that being that currently needs you to add a little bit of value to them, a little bit of your own light, a little bit of your own energy. So much love. Take care, take care, take care.